Our friend Brett Yormark just slammed the College Football Playoff Committee this week, talking about how unfair they have been to the Big 12. This isn't just me. It's not just me, the talking head, saying that, oh, this committee's gotten it wrong. He went on a Zoom call with league reporters this week alongside the head coaches of the Big 12 title game and said, hey, I'm not taking questions right now. I'm going to speak. You're going to listen and not judge. This video, courtesy of the Big 12 Conference. Here's what Brett Yormark had to say about the complete disgrace. That's my words. Complete disgrace that the College Football Playoff Committee is.
The committee continues to show time and time again that they are paying attention to logos versus resumes. I've said that before. I want to say it again. And I say logos because they're concentrating on team logos and conference logos. Strength of schedule should matter, and wins against Power 4 opponents should matter. 74% of the Big 12 wins were against Power 4 opponents this season. Meanwhile, the group of five is 11-80. I want to say that again. 11-80 versus Power 4 teams this season. And in no way should a group of five champion be ranked above our champion. And I'm going to say that one more time. In no way should a group of five champion be ranked above our champion. ASU and ISU each played 10 games against the Big 12, SEC, and Big 10, winning both P4 non-conference games against the SEC and the Big 10, and winning 7 of 9 P4 conference games. Boise played one game against the Big 10 and lost, and that was their only P4 opponent. The committee clearly focuses on the wins and loss column. Going by that principle, no 3-loss team from a Power 4 conference should get a bye over a 2-loss champion from the Big 12. I'm going to say that again. No 3-loss team from a Power 4 conference should get a bye over a 2-loss champion from the Big 12. The format is playing out with the excitement we thought. Many of you have asked me, what do I think about the format and would I change anything? And I'll just restate what I've said earlier this season is that, you know, the 12-team format was something I certainly advocated for. I thought it would create a lot of excitement, a lot of fan engagement, and that November would be a month that would be truly magical just based on all the different scenarios that could play out. And I think that's happened. At the conclusion of the season, obviously, the management committee will come together and we'll figure out what that format should look like moving forward. And do we need to improve it in any way? The one thing that I am concerned about, candidly, and something that I'll address with Richard Clark at the right time is I need to better understand, and I think I speak on behalf of the full management committee and the commissioners, what are the key metrics that are being used as we think about the rankings each week? Because strength of schedule was something that was identified for me early in the fall as a very, very critically important metric. And I'm not sure that has happened, at least to date. So in addition to exploring if there's a better format or not, certainly I think we need to clearly understand what are the key metrics moving forward and how schools will be ranked in the future.
Boom. Lay the wood. That is, like if I was a child and Brett Yormark was my father, that was the most College Football Playoff Committee. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. But also, I'm mad. Like, he is the commissioner of the Big 12 and has the gall to sit on a press conference and say, can someone make any of this make sense? Here are the numbers. Here are the figures. And you're telling, I've said this before. This is a business. College football is a business. Well, we're not an orphanage. We're not a charity. We're not going to say, hey, look at you, cute little group of 5, group of 6 team. We're going to let you in the playoff here and give you a bye in round 1. You did so good against Nevada, against San Jose State. That's what Brett Yormark is saying. Would Boise State beat Arizona State in the head-to-head? Maybe. Okay. Would Boise State beat Georgia in a head-to-head? Maybe. What about Texas? What about Penn State? We haven't played those games. I've already told you, don't play the hypothetical. Like, oh, well, we lost a hypothetical. We won a hypothetical. But then when the resumes come out and you look at it, you go, wait, Alabama, their strength of schedule is like 50 spots lower than BYU. And so is Boise State's. So we're already giving you this free pass to, come on, little guy, you got it. You're going to get to go to the playoff. Yeah. But now we have to give them a bye over an Arizona State team that is, on paper, more deserving of a college football playoff bye, of a better spot in this playoff system. And then there have been reporters who have come out this week and said, well, even if UNLV, it was the commissioner of the Mountain West said, even if UNLV wins against Boise State, they should get a bye in the college football playoff over the Big 12. What are you talking about? How does that make any sense? And then the last point that he hit on here is, show me what metric you're using. It's not strength of schedule. Show me is it a Sagarin rating? Are you going and looking at what Pat Ford said? Are you trying to do this like FPI ESPN thing? Show me what metrics actually matter so we, the Big 12, can conform to those metrics. I don't think we mind building a schedule, building a season, building something out that best matches what the College Football Playoff Committee wants. We do it in basketball all the time to meet the net rating. Football will do the same thing if you can land on one thing that will actually matter, not the logos of the school or of the conference. Brett Yormark hit the nail on the head. It's the logos that have propelled these teams to where they are, not the actual football. That is a huge issue. I want more clarity. Brett Yormark wants more clarity. Will we ever get more clarity? I don't know. But we need it because it is unfair how this process is going. And now Brett Yormark is willing to speak out. He's the kind of businessman that's not going to let this happen and just let it float off into the wind. All right, well, yeah, treat us like this. I guess it's how it's going to be. It shows me that more offseason moves are coming for Yormark to make this conference as formidable as possible. I do believe that. He is going to pull something off that keeps the Big 12 well in the hunt. And right now, our conference is not. I don't know, man. It's crazy it's gotten to this point where the Big 12 commissioner has to come out and say something like that. But I'm glad that he did. Coming up, West Virginia Bill Belichick. This is Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's show is brought to you by FanDuel. Now, I told you earlier in this show that I think Arizona State is going to win the Big 12 championship this weekend in their matchup against Iowa State. Will they cover the 2-point spread? That one is tough, but I do think so. My final score prediction being in about the 3 or 4 point range, that certainly covers 2. And so I can tackle college football action or NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. If new customers bet $5 and they hit their bet, you get $150 in bonus bets. That's right. All you need is to go to FanDuel.com. And you can place live bets, too. The latest stats, view live play-by-play, so much more on the same place where you place your bets. And visit FanDuel.com to join today to get that $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That is FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Visit FanDuel. Do it today.